place marked on a map of Ireland, and it's marked with a huge building, as if this was a monumental structure. I'm sure people who arrived here before the days of the guidebooks, before the days of Lonely Planet, they would have arrived and been quite disappointed. But then they would have dipped into the robust Irish monastic prayer, which continues to this day on the island.
Yeah.
They were locked into the cave, where we're told they did battle with demons. Some of those demons might have been the midges, the discomfort of being in an enclosed space. And when they were released from the cave, they went and celebrated penance. And our celebration of penance, indeed in the Catholic Church, traces much of its origins back to the Irish monastic tradition. The monks who prescribed different ways of behaving in response to different sins which were committed by people. So these pilgrims, they confessed their sins, after which they were absolved, and then they renewed their promises of baptism, not as we did today by being sprinkled with holy water, but instead by walking into the lake at the place marked now the water's edge. So we ask pilgrims these days to stand at the water's edge, to pray at the water's edge, and to kneel at the water's edge, and then to bless themselves as a reminder of their baptism. So what the pilgrim on Lough Derg is doing in the 21st century traces its origins back to Saints Island and the desire of the monks to find a quiet prayer, and the people who came then to spend time with the monks. Some people came and said, we would like to pray in as tough a, robust, rewarding fashion as you're praying over on Station Island. What do we need to do? So the honours students on Saints Island were put into the boat and were ferried over to Station Island. So that's where all the buildings have grown out of on Station Island, as a place of welcome, as a place of prayer. There's a joyful community of people who are just here for not even 3 days, they're here for 48 hours. And this is a group of people who've never met each other, and I see it as a little image of the early church, a repetition of how Paul went on his travels to Corinth or to Colossia, to Ephesus. The excitement of the early church in Jerusalem, that they met together, they spoke together about their hopes, their concerns, and they get energy from each other. Just as people travelled the pilgrim path around the lake here to Saints Island years ago, they got advice from the monks. They heard the different accents of people from different parts of Ireland, and then they went home with an extra spring in their step, having got good advice, having got encouragement.
It's just got a feeling that you want to come back every year. There's something special, a feeling you get after you've left, that you've been renewed spiritually, and I just feel good after I've come off the island.
I think, Malik, you have to, first of all, there's no mobile phone access here, so when you come onto the island there's no news or anything. So you actually, you switch off automatically, because we don't hear any news. We didn't even know what the World Cup results were. We had to get somebody out to Maine to find out. So and it does you do slow down, and it makes you maybe appreciate more spiritual things in life, and the hustle and bustle is kind of gone from here while you're here, like.
It's like switching off. It's peace and tranquility, and it's maybe even the art of conversation, and just the general beauty of the place too.
I came here about 30 years ago, and I always said that I would come back, and this year I decided I would come back in thanks for the reason I was here first. And no, the lads are great, and there's so many people that meet each other and they bond well together, and it's nice. It's very spiritual, but you also can have the crack with the lads as well.
So Philomena, how many times have you been here on Lough Derg?
Well, it's over 30.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
yes.
a lot of times to come back to this island.
Yes, it is. The first time I came was after my leaving cert, just to try and pray that I get it. And then after that, I just felt this calling. It was almost like a calling. Well, I feel that when I come here, it's like when I'm at home, I always have my phone with me, always have my iPad with me. I come here, I have nothing. It's a kind of a total detox, physically and mentally. And I'm so tired after, not having the sleep, that everything is just sort of peeled away. I don't think about anything at home. I don't think about problems in the world. I'm just here. So I'm only thinking about getting over the next stone. Look, when I think of the food, we get the wheaten bread and we get the toast. And I often think when you're at home, you're putting all sorts of things on your bread, meat and all of this. And I think a feast would be the tiniest little bit of butter on that bread and the tiniest little bit of milk. That's, but we've gone so beyond that. I lose the run on myself. I have my hummus on it, my meat on it and all of that, that it kind of brings things back to the basics.
Of course, you've been here so many times, you're bound to have seen changes on this island.
Huge, huge changes. I even from when I would hear my mother talking about it, the condition of the buildings, like wrought iron on the windows, beds that creaked and they were very uncomfortable. I remember having to get into a bed one time with my mother because there were so many people on the island that we had to share a bed. There was a time when the friar, if you were sitting down and he thought you were dozing, he'd hit you on the leg with a stick. I mean, it's all now, it's you've made such an effort, you've made the effort to get here, you came out, you've been fasting from midnight on the night before you come, you've made the effort, and all you're asked to do is do your best.
There you have the bell calling us to the midnight vigil. Of course, it is heading just past 10 o'clock. We'll be here until 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So I think I'm going to have to keep going. Well, it's 5 o'clock now in the morning. We didn't get the beautiful sun we were expecting, but that's the way it sometimes goes. Last station of the overnight vigil to do now, and then we're going to have Mass at 6:30. So I'm extremely tired now, I must say. I do feel tired and a little bit hungry, but I'm committed. We're going to see this pilgrimage through.
Nice Lough Derg.
Lovely, Shauna. Can you really expect me to sit down
Yeah,
to this?
I'm afraid so.
This is what everybody gets.
Everybody, yeah.
So what we've got here, we've got some dry toast and dry wheaten bread and some black tea or coffee. And that's all we can get.
That's all you can get.
And listen, in fairness, I'm not hungry. This is probably going to be like a 5-star delicacy. What's it like working here though, Shauna?
It's a very good experience. You get to meet a lot of different people, like from different backgrounds, and there's a good like team effort going on, and you get to work well with different people and learn different communication skills, and get to meet loads of different people.
Great. I'm sure you're right that with the experience you're getting here is going to help you for employment.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Great. Well, listen, thanks for the meal.
No problem.
I can't say it's the best ever I got, but it's the best I've got on Lough Derg, and I'm ready for it. Thanks, Shauna.
No problem at all.
I've got to dip this. Not bad. I'll give you 4 out of 5.
It's good enough.
So, Michael, second time here on Lough Derg. What's brought you back?
Well, it's an annual event for our youth group, so last year was my first year. It wasn't as bad as I thought, so I said I'd give it another go.
What was it that you were expecting that wasn't as bad?
I thought no shoes or no socks would be the hardest part, but that was fine. And then the sleep is a struggle, but you get over that.
Katie, what about you? What was it about Lough Derg last year that appealed to you, or did anything appeal to you at all?
Well, for me to come, it was basically because my youth group was coming, so I came as well. But when I was leaving, it was a kind of sense of enlightenment, kind of you got at the end of it. Even though the sleep was just immensely horrible, just not sleepy for 24 hours, but the end result was okay. It was good.
Was there a sense of achievement leading and looking back at the island, thinking, did you think I'll go back, or do you think I'll have to think about this one?
Well, when I was here, obviously I was like, a bit, because the sleep and the whole 3 times stationary, it was hard, it was, but like when you leave and then like you think about it, like it was, a good experience and all that. So yeah, like I'm back again, so it was good.
All right, Gavin, tell us about the youth group. What's special about this team? You've quite a number with you today.
Yeah, well, no, they're a great group of youngsters. I suppose I did Lough Derg 3 times back in the 90s, and I would have done it on my own, and I would have found it getting more difficult all the time. This is our 4th time, this group of youngsters, and new ones coming into it, and some of them not, but some of them, like Niamh, who's been there for the 4th time. And I've actually enjoyed every pilgrimage. It's very easy with a group of youngsters because there's great life, there's great activity, and it's not minding. It's very, it's great to see them here. Yeah,
I like that line earlier when you all said you were going to be partying with Jesus right through the night. Listen, enjoy the pilgrimage. We'll be keeping an eye on you. Good luck.
Thanks, Maliki. Right. Thanks,